Hello, friends and lovers. What's up? It's Alien. We got another special Hades episode just for you. This is going to be a Zeus shield run at 32 heat. And we're going to talk about what makes a Zeus shield so good, of course. Why don't I read the description in case you're not familiar? Special becomes a blitz disc. The damage is 30. So while your special sits out there, you can still use your attack. You can charge a bull rush, etc., etc. You can hit the special button again to get it to come back to you. We're going to let the gods decide what happens here, I figured. We'll take out the coin purse as our starting keepsake, because one of the great strengths of Zeus, aspect of Zeus, is that a lot of different gods actually do work on the special. It doesn't have to be this or that. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about some misinterpretations, especially around the 64 heat accomplishment. But we'll get into it when the run starts here. This is my 32 heat pack setup. We're only doing extreme measures for fun, really. Let's go. Let's see how we do.
This way, but why not?
Don't punish me too badly. Don't give me like Poseidon. Yeah, Poseidon would be devastating here. Artemis. Maybe the attack would be. Oh, would I want the? Oh, well. I guess I'm taking the special. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how good this feels. I'm not certain. I don't know. We all know that. Well, I say we all know. I know that Zeus on the special is really strong with this. Zeus squared is just like a very well-known, great way to build this out, because the on-hit effect and the way the special works. So yeah, there was kind of a misinterpretation where, especially after the 64 heat accomplishment, that meant that Zeus shield is the best aspect in the game, quote unquote. Now, there's a lot that goes into considering what is the best aspect in the game. You know, there's just like so many different things to consider. And I don't think the fact that Zeus shield was kind of determined to be the best or most likely way to beat 64 heat, I don't think the fact that it had the highest chance of giving you a winning combination means it's the best aspect. It just means it had the lowest barrier to entry, sort of, you know what I mean? Like, you need to be able to block at 64 heat. That's just sort of something that needs to happen if you're only going to have one dash. Now, maybe you could build into it, well, I'll just get extra dashes at 64 heat from Hermes, and that'll be part of the condition in order for me to even continue the run. It's just like, all right, it's not going to be fun, but all right. It certainly won't be fun. So I think that's part of it. And I mean, how do you want to look at it too, you know? Just because it beat 64 heat, is it the most consistent weapon at high heat still? I actually would not say so. What counts as high heat? So if you want to consider 32 heat in particular, I actually wouldn't say that Zeus shield would be the best way to tackle it, especially for a new player, but that's just my opinion. And even for me, it's probably wouldn't be the most consistent, definitely not the most consistent way for me to beat 32 heat. There's just so many safer ways to play 32 heat in particular. But 32 heat is very different from 64, right? Anyway, after blocking a foe, gain 20% damage. Oh, these are all pretty rough. This is not good. It sounds good, but it's not good. You have to actually catch this special afterwards to get the bonus damage, so it's pretty terrible. I guess I'm going to take Dashing Wallop. Was there anything there that I'd actually like? I feel like the shield hammers, maybe I'm being too stingy on them. Maybe there's more things to try.
Don't spend it all.
Ugh. Maybe we'll just sell it. So, yeah, I mean, it's a strong aspect, don't get me wrong. But if we want to start saying what is the strongest aspect in the game, if we want to have that conversation, which is a tough conversation to have, because there is no strict answer here. There is no way to determine a strict answer to that. If you want to have that conversation, there's just a lot of more things to consider other than the highest heat it has completed. By that unit of measurement, then, Zag shield is a better aspect than Eris, because someone has completed a higher heat number with Zag shield than anyone has completed an aspect of Eris with. So, like, yeah, when you start to point out those things, it kind of starts to fall apart, right? And it's just not the right way to look at it. And one of the big things to look at is speed. Like, what are the fastest weapon aspects? Which ones get ramped up the most? And like, aspect of Beowulf and Hera are often pointed at. Hestia's actually made a lot of waves lately. Guess we go for a Heart Rend, sure. Which means I have to take Passion Dash if we want to. Get the special miraculously here. So that's one thing. Of course, at that high number of heat, they're just having an aspect that can block is just, it's literally mandatory at that moment.
Not yet.
Okay, hit the dash. I'll do a Chaos Gate.
Let me have it.
I'll do a Chaos Gate. Okay. Special damage or plus 71 health. You know what? I'll do special damage. I don't get to do a build like this very often with Aspect of Zeus, honestly. Oftentimes, if I am taking this aspect out, I purposely seek out Zeus special because it is just incredibly strong. But you don't really have to, you know? You don't have to. You don't have to get to take the best thing every time. Also, the fun is taking the bad things actually more often and seeing how it works out. I'm the kind of guy, I need clothespins on my nipples to get myself going in this game nowadays. I mean, you saw that Crystal Beam run lately, right? That's the only way to spark joy out of me now.
Wow.
Oh, let's see. We have something to sell in the attack. I'm kind of being particular about the build here, or possibly too particular. But even like Dio works pretty well in the special. I mean, is it Poseidon is just like quite simply not going to be very good. Although maybe I'm not giving Poseidon enough credit here. Maybe it's not that bad, but I imagine you don't want the special to be knocking enemies away. Poseidon has anti-synergies for these situations very often, unfortunately. You wouldn't want to knock enemies away while the special's meant to be just standing on top of them, you know, right? But maybe it's not that bad because Poseidon's special multiplier is pretty decent. Now the attack is terrible.
Glad that's over.
Okay. Not looking bad at all. Let's see. Nope.
Got to keep going.
I thought it was already on the top boon. I really did. I really did. Do I try to get it back? Sure. Sure. I don't know. I don't know. Oi. Oi. So the wife and I are still getting through the Ghibli movies. That's right. Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? Some people have said it's either. I'm like, oh, wow, that's actually surprisingly lenient on a pronunciation for once. I had no idea. We're getting through them. Wife dislikes all the ones I like the most, it turns out. She doesn't like, I mean, this just goes for moves in general. She doesn't like anything too serious, sort of. So like Mononoke, Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. What else is there? When I say serious, I basically mean violent. I kind of need our friend Seagull to tell me what this does.
Time to pick up the pace.
Does it make it trigger more often? Because that's pretty goated if so. I feel like it might make it trigger more often, but I'm not positive about that. But I feel like I have a memory that it helps if you have explosive return with this. I don't know. I wish I could tell. It's still kind of hard to tell, though, right? It seems pretty dang good. Seems jolly good, right? Anyway, wife and I just finished Ponyo by Studio Ghibli, and we both say to each other like, I don't love it. There's something about Ponyo don't love. She doesn't like Princess Mononoke that much. She doesn't hate it, but she doesn't like it as much as the others. She doesn't like Nausicaa Valley of the Wind as much. How much money we got?
Just what I need.
More.
Hey, it's me again.
Heart Rend?
What else?
Heart Rend. Poseidon. Nah.
This must be here for me, right?
Nah. She loves Kiki's Delivery Service. She likes Howl's Moving Castle, and I always try to point out to her, but that one's pretty, I don't know, rough, I guess you could say. I don't know what the word is, really. Okay. Oh, yeah, we got our brackets going on. We just finished Ponyo. What was Ponyo up against? Oh, no, Ponyo's not up against anything. We finished Nausicaa Valley of the Wind and Whisper of the Heart. And I love Nausicaa, but she did not. She preferred Whisper of the Heart. I'm just like, what? What? It's just some singing Country Roads for 90 minutes. Ah, that's not bad. Oh! Oh, come on, Charon. Trying to wait on Meg here. Stand still. Thank you. Okay. Got him.
Wait, did I win?
Bit scary, though. I always... So we're... Oh, you know what we just started? It's gonna be Ponyo versus Castle in the Sky. Ah! Oh, it's gotta be Castle. We haven't even finished Castle in the Sky again, but it's gonna have to be. Partially because I don't love... Ponyo, but for reasons that I can't really explain. I love the colors and everything, but I feel like, I don't know, the story's a bit more out there in some way, which might sound a bit nonsensical given what we're discussing. I don't know. It's just, it don't do it for me. Okay, there we go. This is Athena, huh? Okay, that'll do. Castle in the Sky I really like. It's a bit dated now, especially in terms like we always watch. I'm sorry, we watch with dubs on, and the dub is pretty rough. They even have Mark Hamill in it, but I feel like some of the characters, it's just not great. I mean, I don't know when it was dubbed, but it's one of the older movies they got. Come on, bud. Why did they do this to me? Rude. It's one of the older movies. It might be the one right after Nausicaa. I can't remember in terms of a timeline. I'm not sure. But yeah, we need more movies that are kind of lighthearted in the nature of these. We need some suggestions. So if you got them, we're open to them. We cannot get Deadly Reversal. What am I hoping for here now? Call's okay. Is there anything else I'm really hoping for? We might have to sell the cast. Hidebreaker is horrible. Purple PP is usually better than support fire here. Hopefully we get to keep it. It's a Chaos Cape, but it's an extra chamber. Oh, we don't have the health. I think I actually do free max health here, given our current sitch. But yeah, we watched Iron Giant recently, and I got... Why... It's the first time either of us have ever seen the movie. I know we're old. We watch kids movies now that we're 35. But why are they gonna done up and make me cry like that? Honestly. Why'd they have to... How'd they do it? Oh my god. That goddamn Iron Giant. How'd they make it so sad? And the movie's like so short, I didn't even realize it. I felt like I had been... you know, taken on like the longest journey ever. They never followed it up in anything. I want to know what happened. He comes back, right? He comes back, right? Well, I mean, we know that his parts are there at the end. Spoiler alert, but you know what I mean. I can't believe they did that to me. I had a kids movie that was not the most popular kids movie. It wasn't like your typical Disney, but it was like my movie kind of in a weird way. Like if we went to the video rental store, this was the movie I always wanted to get when I was a kid. It was called Finding Nemo, not Little Nemo, Finding Nemo. And I guess it's based off of like a British comic, just about a kid and goes to Slumberland and he Like his bed flies through the air and stuff. It's actually a pretty well done movie. I actually do recommend it. I have watched it as an adult a couple times, and it holds up pretty good. Do recommend. Do recommend. I feel like we all had some kind of movie just like inexplicably like that's my movie. Maybe nowadays everyone's is just like Frozen or something like that. I don't know.
I'll take this one.
Hey, the hell is this?
I'd like to see more options.
I don't really want to sell it. Can't get rid of Passion Dash unless we want to disable Heartrend. But yeah, what is wife's kids movie that she just won't let go of? Oh, you know what it is? It's Cinderella 2. Not Cinderella 1. Not Cinderella 3 either, I guess. It's Cinderella 2 in particular. Bippity boppity boop. And that's all she ever wants to watch. Not really, but but I have watched it with her too, you know, because I am a kind gentleman, perhaps on rare occasion. And it is one of those, you know, Disney just had so many. Is Land Before Time a Disney movie? I'm actually not sure off the top of my head. I guess we take Hypersprint.
Time to go.
I feel like whenever they made a sequel to one of their movies, it was usually, especially back in like the 90s and early 2000s, it was like a straight to VHS kind of situation. And so the level of quality was a dip, to say the least. You knew things weren't right. Like even like Aladdin 2. What was Aladdin 2 called? Like 1,000 Thieves or 1,000 Daggers? I forget, but I think I did see it. I remember thinking like, this is awfully bad. After really liking Aladdin as a child. It's like, why didn't they put more effort into these sequels? I don't understand, to be honest. It was kind of strange, really. And then you look at them nowadays and they're just pumping out live action crap left and right. I don't know. I've only seen one of them. Otherwise, I'm really just not interested. I guess we take Pulverizing Blow. We don't need to be using the Bull Rush that much. Breaching Rush is fine. Sudden Rush is fine. I'm mostly just like my strategy right now is to throw at attacks while the special's out there though. So I guess I'll just keep up with that instead of trying to swap up how I'm playing at the moment. It kind of helps slightly in keeping enemies where they are. Like this while I'm attacking them and I'm not knocking them away from the special, you know? So that's kind of nice. Land Before Time, we watch that. We practically only watch children's movies nowadays. I scarred her. I tried to put on Dumb and Dumber several weeks ago. It didn't pan out. Attack? Might have to sell it. Hopefully not. More Artemis? Maw. Maw. Oh, come on. Oh. Come on, buddy. Did I not mag? I feel like I didn't mag. What's their latest live action baloney anyway, I wonder? You see, I still think like The Lion King just happened in the back of my mind. Like they just did The Lion King. That was probably 8 years ago now, though. Right?
I beat the bull of Minos.
Are they still gonna keep pumping them out? Are they making money? Everyone seems to hate them from the way people talk about it, at least. We have Heartrend, so I guess Hunter's Mark is good. The call is actually still pretty decent there too, right? I'd say the call was okay. Could have gone either way with that, but I guess with Heartrend already in hand, feels pretty good to take Hunter's Mark. I don't know. I haven't kept up. I don't think I've seen like a new Disney movie. God knows when. What's the last big Disney hit? Feels like it still was kind of Frozen, but maybe Frozen was just a cut above anyway. Never seen Frozen still. I mean, I was probably like 25 when it came out, so good reasons not to, probably.
No way.
We'll take that. We'll take that, sure. I probably shouldn't have bought that. Palmsies. Health it sees. Could go either way. But yeah, you know what I wanted to talk about? On the topic of movies, I got lots of movie topics all the time. Is horror movies. So the missus, she can't do horror movies. She just can't. It's just a known fact about her. It's not going to happen. So if I ever watch a horror movie, it has to be alone. Or with the boys or something, I don't know. And the last time I watched a horror movie alone was probably 3 years ago, and I still think about it from time to time. It Follows. Does anyone know this movie? I'll have to give you a really quick rundown. I mean, it was pretty popular. If you're into horror movies, you probably have at least heard of it. So here's what happens, right? Here's the too long don't want to listen. Ghost STD, basically. So in other words, you get infected from having sex with the wrong person, and this ghost starts slowly chasing you down. I mean, slowly. They're just like slowly walking towards you, and if they reach you, they will kill you. However, if you go have sex with someone else, they will start chasing that other person instead. It can only happen to one person at a time, apparently. And the only reason I think about this movie, it's like not like I worry that it's gonna happen or anything, but it's just the idea, what would I do in this situation in order to keep away from the ghosts?
Good enough to eat.
In order to live a relatively stress-free life without having to worry about the ghost constantly coming to me. Because the movie shows that it's not that easy to simply, you know, just go have sex with someone and it never comes to get you after that. Because if they kill the person, right? If they kill the person, they go to the next person in line. So in theory, it could always come to you eventually, right? It could always wind up coming back to you. Like so you'd never be totally free of it chasing you. However, you could possibly set yourself up, right? To where maybe you don't have to worry that much about it. So we have to answer a few questions. So it looks like it only travels at walking speed. The entire movie, they only show the ghost ever traveling at walking speed. If you get in its way, it will fight back, though. So assumingly, if you try to trap it anywhere, it'll simply escape. You know, like that's not gonna happen. So let's discount that. If you try to trap it or kill it or any of that stupid crap that they usually do in movies, right? If that happens, it will bust on through. I think it busts through a door at least once. So you can't just trap yourself somewhere else. Let's assume that it can get through pretty much anything too. So you just gotta keep creating distance, right? I guess we also have to assume it can swim? Swim might be a strong word. Maybe it just walks along the bottom. No, it must be able to swim. Otherwise, a boat would just make it too easy, right? Just float on a boat and it could never reach you, potentially. So let's assume it can swim and get through water and stuff. So I need to well, here's what we need to do. Are y'all listening? I need some mathologists out there to help me out. No. We do have extreme measures 4 on. Acorn, sure. Oh, selling phalanx. So what if let's say, you know, you live on East Coast USA. What's the exact opposite? Maybe Australia? Maybe, I'm not sure. What's the exact other opposite of the planet? And then how long would it take for someone at walking pace, casual swimming pace too, I guess, to go from East Coast USA to Australia, right? Maybe like near the airport, we'll say. And the timer's a bit tight. Better get going. We can get the call still here. Thank you. So if we figure out how long it would take, right? Let's say it takes, God, I don't know, 60 days for that to happen. I'm just throwing a number out there. You could just charter a flight, right? To take you back and forth. And you just make sure plenty of buffer time, right? Plenty of buffer time, best you can. I don't know, every 50th day? Would that mess things up if you do it too often then? when it starts turning around. It always knows where you are, too, by the way. Somehow. It's attracted to your scent or something. Can it take an airplane, too, we have to wonder. Ooh, so we never see it use any mode of transportation ever. We never see it on the bus or in a car. So I don't know. I'm gonna say it just won't do that. I'm gonna say that it's just not gonna do that. Right? Because in the movie, they don't illustrate such a thing. They're able to kind of drive pretty far to get away from it for a while, and that worked. You know, it didn't go through any schemes to get to them faster. There we go. This is pretty nice. Pretty nice arty-based build.
A moment's rest. I'll take this one.
Level 9 special, sure. I don't know, maybe one little hunter's mark there. So, I mean, yeah, that's the best I could really come up with, is that you just plan to fly and you have to somehow maintain 2 residences. Now, now that's easy to say if this is a totally imaginative scenario, but if you try to apply this to everyday life where we need money and jobs and things, I don't even know. What if you get a job as like a truck driver? You try to get a job as like a truck driver. Would this work out somehow? They still might sneak up on you somehow, some way. Now here's my plan B for this, right? Now the ghost seems to be kind of ethereal. It's only visible to the person infected, I believe, or an infected person, is how I understand it. So,
A whole entire sack of something.
ooh, okay, the call's pretty good here, right?
Much better.
So,
Should I go
do you think you can get a GPS on that bad boy is basically what I'm getting at here? You think you can get a GPS on that ghost? Keep an eye on it?
Bye for now, boy.
That'd be great. Get a like little ankle monitor on them. You know what I mean? House arrest that ghost. That would make things a lot easier. I guess there are ways you could slow them down. So wherever you live in sleep, right? You'd have to have multiple ways to exit and enter, and you'd have to have set up some kind of alarm system, make it obvious that the ghost has arrived yet again. How annoying. You know what I mean? Because they'll bust through a door, but you need something that just gives you a tiny bit of leeway so you can jump out of bed and your jams and exit through the alternate way, right? You be nice now, Hades. Come here, come on. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Oh. Oh man, that was bad.
Here's my shield.
Stupid butterfly ball. Come on. All right, time to get the bull rush out here or something. God, nothing stands still. 40% forced overtime will do that to you. I don't think that special's hitting.
Upon my name,
Woo.
I order all you wretches of the underworld to attend me now.
Picked up their scent.
What if you want to go live? Okay, now here's the real question. What if you go live on the space station? Right? Oh, I guess I shouldn't meg here. What is the ghost gonna do realistically? They just gonna start floating up there real slow? I don't know. What could they do?
No holding back.
Please tell me that's landing. I think it is. Freaking ghosts, I tell ya.
Out of my sight.
Okay. Bip-bap-ba-dum. But yeah, I'm thinking truck driver. You usually go back and forth, and you just drive by them. You know what I mean? You'd have to worry at, like, rest stops and everything. Oops, I accidentally used the call. I guess. You'd have to be careful. And it's not necessarily always easy to, like, totally spot the ghost, it seems. It seems like it's not necessarily easy to just be like, oh, there it is. Like, it's kind of looks like one of the victims or something. I'm not even sure. Meg actually despawns our shield if it's out there. I always wondered why they made that way. Come on, Special, you can reach. Ow. Get him, baby. Get it in. Woo, 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 woo. All right, that went very smoothly. Didn't lose a single Death Defiance. Pretty safe build. I mean, we didn't really get a lot of safety when you think about it. Decent amount of max health. No Death Defiances lost. Took the Acorn. Not a very quick run by any means, but I mean, that's not what the aim was for. That's for sure. I hope you enjoyed it. There's the special. The call was kind of a big deal. Heart Rend was kind of nice. That 30% special speed. The hammers, they didn't really do a lot, to be honest. That special damage was probably quite important from Chaos when you think about it. Boom. There you go. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me look at the DPS meters. It's not much to see here, though. Shield throws the special. Shield to Chaos is the attack. The call, actually, I'm surprised the call didn't do more there. Honestly, did about the same as the attack there, but yeah, there you go. Not much else to see there. Thank you all so much for watching. One more time, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.